social media, please use the hashtag RCSENGDips and tweet us at RCS News. And now, without further ado, can I ask you to please be upstanding for the Royal College of Surgeons of England Council members and Court of Examiners.
So please be seated, and I'm just going to be mic'd up. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. So we're doing all this so that A, you can hear, and B, this goes out on the live stream. So it goes out to a room over there. And also there are colleagues I know who've watched live streams with their families outside the building. We even had somebody, I think yesterday, whose family in India were watching it, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, put all that aside, you're very, very welcome, and you're very, very special. You're very, very special, not only because this is a wonderful day for you, a rite of passage, the moment in which you can begin to see a proper surgical career ahead of you, and a recognition of all your hard work and energy and devotion put into those exams. It's absolutely brilliant. It's also a very special day because this is only the second day since the pandemic that we've actually done any diplomate ceremonies like this since 2019. So it's very, very special. It's special for me because I've put my gear on for the first time for a couple of years, well, for a year anyway. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a moment. And it's also very special, but of course we're in a brand new building. And more about that in a moment too. So you will all remember that you were part of a history. 2021 October, the very first diplomate ceremonies in the Royal College of Surgeons of England. Absolutely fantastic. Now, cast your minds back to February 2020. It's easy to forget, isn't it? Early February 2020, I was elected president of the college, and I was actually properly made the president virtually in an online ceremony. Amazing, isn't it? In July 2020. Soon after I was elected president, I was due to go and visit a very good friend, surgeon in Milan in Italy. I was going to go at the end of February, and the weekend before, I can remember sitting at home on my sofa at home and the phone ringing, and he said, Neil, he said, it's a disaster. He said, Lombardy, the critical care facilities are full, we've got medical staff, we've got COVID, some are dying, and he said, it's just terrible, we don't know what's going to happen. And he said, Milan is going to close down next week, so there's absolutely no way you can come. And actually, as part of that story too, he told me that soon after that, he self-isolated from his family, carried on doing his surgery, his emergency abdominal and cancer surgery, all the way through the pandemic. But for 6 weeks, he lived outside the family home because nobody knew quite what was going to happen. So that was the way Europe first met COVID, and of course we had optimism bias. It wouldn't happen here, would it? But it did, And we all know that in April, things jammed to a halt. We had virtually the cessation of all elective surgery, apart from cancer surgery and some immediately needy surgery. And also, we had the PPE problems, which you'll all remember. Was there enough? Where was it? Who could have it? The immense uncertainty of the times. So easy to forget, now that we're kind of beginning to get through it. So that was all extremely difficult. Now, I know that many of you changed from perhaps being surgeons to help turning patients in critical care, helping on the wards in a way which you hadn't done before, doing stuff to help out the national project to get us over COVID. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you very, very much for your contributions in doing that. And the politicians and others I meet always say to me, please say to your all your members and fellows that we are so grateful for the contribution they made. So I'm passing that on. So we had the pandemic, we had surgery stopping, and we had me trying to do the surgeon or the president of the surgeons, Royal College of Surgeons job remotely, all incredibly difficult. And then at the same time, the college here closed. We were next door in the Nuffield building, and staff were on furlough or they were on leave at home, working at home. So we didn't have a college either. And this was being built. We were due to maybe get in October 2020. Didn't quite work out, delays, problems with COVID in the building site, all that kind of stuff. But eventually we had the keys, and I wrote a check for an awful lot of money about the end of April, beginning of May. And we're still moving in. You know what it's like when you move into a new house. You don't unpack all the stuff for a few weeks or months. You kind of get used to it. You see where you'd like to put things, what you'd like to do. So we're still at that stage. And this ceremony is also a kind of proving ceremony. We're trying to make it as good as we can, but it's early days, and there are no doubt some imperfections in the way we're doing things. But I hope you'll bear with us as we learn how to do this properly in the next few occasions as we do our diplomate ceremonies. We are beginning to get to feel that this is home, but I think it'll probably take a few years before it's decorated up and feeling as we really want it to be the home of surgery. But nevertheless, this building is a fantastic opportunity for us to start to remake surgery in the UK. This is going to be a fantastic focus for the new look of surgery, and I hope you'll be part of that. These are very, very special and difficult times, and I want you to just think about what's happening today. This, as I've said, is a rite of passage for you, and I want you to use this ceremony, use these moments to think carefully about the kind of surgeon you want to be. We want you to have the highest professional standards. We want you to be a team player. We want you to work closely with your colleagues. We want you to be kind to your colleagues. This is a fantastic opportunity. All the people on this stage are completely crazy about surgery. That's why we're here, because we're passionate about it. You have an enormous opportunity to change people's lives. If you were told 10 years ago that you would be given permission to take somebody apart, another human being, and put them together again, and maybe put their life at risk while you did it, you'd say, well, that can't be the case. It's actually true. It's amazing. You do have that opportunity. And I really want you to understand that this is a fantastic moment for you all. And because of those massive, massive wait lists, we're all going to need you very, very much. There's going to be lots and lots to do. So I'm going to stop there for the moment, and we're going to now begin our ceremony of giving out the diplomas. My colleagues are going to go around and take groups of you around to come up onto the stage. A couple of things about what we're doing. We're going to meet elbows. We can't shake hands because of COVID. And you're going to stand with me as we hand you your certificate and have your photograph taken. So bear with us while we get ourselves organised a moment. this fantastic system for handing over the certificates, rather like handing over the baton, eh? So they'll be coming around the side, and please give them a big cheer as they come up and get their certificates in a second. Thank you. President, I present to you Research Fellows. Thank you.
Francisca Joana Aldinas de Freitas Ferreira.
Do that. Well done. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold that. Have a nice picture taken. Big smile. Well done.
Thank you.
Yishu Wan.
Many congratulations. Well done.
President, I present to you successful fellows in the Intercollegiate Specialty Examination, a fellow in cardiothoracic surgery.
Thank you.
Islam Ali Nabawi Zain Eldian.
Many congratulations. Turn around this way. Look at the camera with your certificate. Well done. Thank you. Are we okay?
President, I present to you fellows in general surgery.
Thank you.
Ahmed.
There we are. We've got that, Ahmed. Well done. Come around. Have a lovely picture taken with me.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thanks.
Otay Ali Hussein Al-Assadi.
Many congratulations. Sorry we have to do that. Turn around this way. Hold the side of the certificate. Big smile.
Thanks so much.
Vanessa Sorellen Florence Brown.
Hi, Vanessa. Well done. Sorry we got to do that. Let me just do that for you a second. Congratulations. Well done.
Bashar Kadun Darwish.
Many congratulations, Bashar. Thank you. Here we are. Hold the edge of the certificate. Big smile. Good.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Salman Haidari Karjepur.
Congratulations. Well done. Here we are. Hold the side of the certificate. Big smile. Well done.
Thank you.
Oyamoshi Rajagopal.
Congratulations. Just hold that up a second. Hold that up. Big smile. And I think Mum maybe, or somebody wants to take a picture there too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done.
President, I present you a fellow in oral and maxillofacial surgery.
Lydia Pauline Joanne Miller Morton.
Lydia, congratulations. Sorry we got to do that. Hold the certificate. Big smile. Congratulations.
President, I present you Fellows in Otolaryngology.
Thank you.
Panagiotis Dimitriadis.
Many congratulations. Well done. Don't take it, it's yours.
Kimberly Lau.
Hi, Kimberly. Very well done.
Thank
Congratulations.
You very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
President, I present to you Fellows in Trauma and Orthopaedic Surgery.
Thank you.
Ahmed Yusri Abdel Hamid Ahmed Abdel Fattah Sabeh.
Many congratulations. Well done. Here we are. We'll hold it up that way. You hold that side, I hold this side. There we go. Good. Well done. It's a bit rolled up, that one.
Siddharth Rashmi Khan Irani.
Many congratulations. Well done. Okay, thank you. Good. You keep it. You keep it.
President, I present to you a Fellow in Urology.
Thank you.
Mariana Bertoncelli Tanaka.
Mariana, well done. Many congratulations. Okay, hang on. You want to do another one? You want another one?
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, I present to you successful candidates at recent examinations for membership of the Royal College of Surgeons. Diplomates are from Aga Khan, Barts and the London School of Medicine and Dentistry, Brighton and Sussex Medical School, King's College London, Mansoura University, Newcastle University, Niger Delta University, Saurashtra University, Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University, the University of Manchester, and the University of Sheffield.
Thank you.
Mariam Ahmed.
Hi. Many congratulations. Yeah, hold that big smile. Okay, keep it.
Sirisha Dujanani.
Yep. Many congratulations. Well
Very
done.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Benjamin Cabot.
Congratulations. Well done. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Nidhi Kapadia.
Very nice to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Youssef Majid.
Very nice to see you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Mohammed Masari.
Very nice to see you. Many congratulations. Okay. Thank you.
Olivia O'Malley.
Well done,
Thank you
Olivia.
very much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thomasine Omabain.
Well done. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you.
Harvey Sarushia.
Congratulations. Well done. Okay. You keep it.
Arthi Thiagarajan.
Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
President, I present you diplomates from Trinity College Dublin, UCL Medical School, University of Birmingham, University of Bristol, University of Cambridge, University of Kerala, University of Leicester, University of Nottingham and University of Southampton.
Thank you.
Alexander Boucher.
Alexander, congratulations. Well done.
Alfred Gott.
Congratulations. Well done.
Hadley Cuthbert.
Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Stacey Hodge.
Hi, Stacey. Well done. Sorry we have to do that.
Congratulations.
Soga Yagani Kawai.
Hi there, Soga. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Brinda Parakatu Sukumara.
There we are, Brenda. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anand Radhakrishnan.
Congratulations, Anand. Well done.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Nisa Sekhon.
Lisa, congratulations. Hold that side. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Valmir Selini.
Well done, Ramir. Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Jairam Sivaraj.
Many congratulations, Sharon. Big smile.
Thank you.
Esther Westwood.
Hi there, Esther. Congratulations.
So, President, we have some fellows and members in absentia today, and if I may, I
Please
will
do.
read out their awards and their names. So, Research Fellow, Lei Ping. FRCS in General Surgery, Jennifer Isherwood. And another FRCS in General Surgery, Moses Vikram Amajyothi Joachim. An FRCS in Neurosurgery, Lal Rayman. An FRCS in Otolaryngology, Deborah Grech Margaret. An FRCS in Trauma and Orthopedic Surgery, Siu Hei Michael Tse. An FRCS Adeyundum, Nai Radhakrishnan. An MRCS Ayodeji Tolulupe Adedayo. An MRCS an MRCS Christina Cernay. And some further MRCS awards, John Daniel Chibueze Emohute, Fanurios Georgiades, Alexander Griffiths, so I beg your pardon, that should be Alexandra Griffiths, just to be clear about that, and Richard Morris, and another MRCS, Ishfaq Ahmad Wani. And then finally, President, an MRCS in ENT, Callum Findlay.
Thank you. We're nearly done with those more formal parts of the programme, giving out the diplomas, awarding you your MRCSs and FRCSs and prizes. I think it's really important, though, that you recognise all the support and help you've had from your families. So I want you in this side of the room to stand up, please. And as a way of saying thank you for all their devotion and care and sacrifice, a big round of applause to all your supporters, families, and friends. Thank you. If you sit down. Now, audience participation, if you can get up on this side of the room. I'm sure you'll once more be able to effusively, or want to effusively, have a round of applause for the successful diplomates. Okay, that's lovely. So if you please sit down again, that's super. Okay, so it's customary for us to have a presentation by a colleague to give you a little bit of something to think about as you set off on your professional career. And I'm absolutely delighted that Professor Vishy Mahadevan is going to speak to you in just a moment. He's Emeritus Professor of Anatomy here at the Royal College of Surgeons of England, formerly Barber Surgeons Company Professor of Anatomy for over 20 years, a long-standing member of the Court of Examiners, co-author of Ellis's Clinical Anatomy and a section editor of Gray's Anatomy. You may also know him from his anatomy video teaching as the Funky Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Funky Professor.
Thank you, President, for your warm welcome and for your kind words of introduction, amusing words of introduction even. And most of all, thank you very much for according me the great honor of addressing such an accomplished audience of diplomates and research fellows and their very resplendent families and relatives. And so, President, members of Council, good afternoon. Now, in this address, which is aimed principally at the newly inducted members, which is to say the MRCSs, I propose to visit 3 themes. And in so doing, I'm going to draw on my own professional experience, which until my retirement a couple of years ago, covered a period of 4 decades and which spanned 3 distinct and successive phases. The first of those, having qualified in India, I had just come over here, so the first of those phases was as a full-time, rather busy trainee in surgery, junior and senior, in general surgery, in vascular surgery, and in oncological surgery. And this was followed by a 4-year intensive full-time period as a research scientist. And in what I believe was then, and quite possibly still is, the most exciting, stimulating, and fertile environment in the entire land in which to practice biomedical research. That was a treat. And the third and longest of the 3 phases was as a full-time teacher and trainer in this very glorious and second-to-none institution, the Royal College of Surgeons of England. And this final phase was almost exclusively in the service of the surgical profession. Now, of the 3 themes that I said I would like to visit, the first of those is about lifelong learning. Now, every conscientious surgeon must be a perpetual and eternal student. Since the body of surgical and medical knowledge is constantly expanding and being refined and redefined, and given the strong present-day emphasis on evidence-based clinical care, as against the subjective approach which we were used to when we were trainees, it behoves the surgeon today to pursue continually the acquisition of new knowledge by reading, by using the internet judiciously and very critically, by attending well-chosen conferences and courses, and by engaging very actively and constructively with your professional colleagues. This is a big ask at times, under the circumstances of busy on-calls and other clinical responsibilities. However, a commitment to continued learning is such an integral part of excelling as a surgeon that it should be given the very highest priority. But the one unfailing way of ensuring that you are a lifelong student is to be a dedicated, lifelong teacher. After all, the title doctor is derived from the Latin word docere, which means to teach. Therein lies a message for all the new diplomates. Now, I must tell you the debt that I owe to my students over the years for keeping me constantly on my toes, so to speak, and thereby contributing hugely to my intellectual advancement and my intellectual sustenance is quite frankly unrepayable. So that was the first theme, lifelong learning. And then the second theme, and I have contemplated this in depth, has to do with single-mindedness. If single-mindedness is what I think it means, to me and to you, then very far from being a highly desirable virtue, it is, in my view, an attitude of mind that carries for the individual the risk of potential self-destruction. I believe it is perfectly possible to remain highly focused on the task at hand and completely dedicated and effective without being single-minded. The two qualities, the ability to remain focused and single-mindedness, are not inseparable and do not necessarily have to go hand in hand. And if the last 18 months have shown us anything, it is that. In this life, plagued with its uncertainties, who would ever have predicted this pandemic in January 2020? In this notoriously unpredictable life, where you don't know what lies around the corner, or indeed what lies ahead, wisdom consists of having up your sleeve a well-conceived plan B, carefully worked out almost to the last detail, and a plan C too. And if yours is not innately a temperament that allows for plan B and plan C, because you're single-minded, then I would seriously urge you to cultivate a temperament that does accommodate a plan B and plan C. And the third theme is the one that is perhaps closest to my heart, and that of the proper and effective application of your knowledge of the basic sciences in the day-to-day care of your patients. For instance, what could be more satisfying, or indeed more exciting, than making a reasoned and accurate clinical diagnosis of diabetic ketoacidosis in a dehydrated, obtunded, and hyperventilating patient? And waiting for the lab investigations, not to help you make a diagnosis, but merely to confirm your confident clinical diagnosis and to quantify the magnitude of the biochemical abnormality so that you may plan your treatment effectively. And what could be more satisfying in the operating theatre than anticipating and identifying methodically and accurately, one by one, and in the correct tissue planes, the various anatomical hazards that present themselves when you're doing a submandibular gland excision, or a carotid endarterectomy, or a total mesorectal excision. They are anatomist's dream operations. The joy of enslaving the basic sciences. Now, few professions call for as much responsibility and obligation and offer so much in the way of opportunity as does the surgical profession. In the care of the suffering, the surgeon needs technical skill, yes, much scientific knowledge, clinical judgment, which is of course born of experience, patience, and a considerable depth of human understanding. Those of you who use these attributes with courage, with wisdom, and with humility will provide a rare and most valuable service to your community. And what's more, you will build within yourselves an enduring edifice of character. As young surgeons, you need ask of your professional destiny no more than this. But far more importantly, you should be content with no less. I'm indeed privileged to be sharing this very special moment with you, and it is with very great joy and great warmth that I congratulate all of you on your very special day of achievement. And I would also like to felicitate all your families and loved ones, whether they are here with you today or not. For without them, you could not have achieved what you have achieved today. Without their invaluable support, their patience, their forbearance, and their encouragement. And so, diplomates, and that includes the 2 research fellows too, congratulations once again, and may God bless all of you.
So a very big thank you to Vichy for those very wise words. Thank you so much. And I just want to record my thanks to our colleagues here on the stage too, all busy surgeons giving up their time for today in tough times when hospitals are very busy and demanding. So thank you all very much. I'd like you to be upstanding now whilst we process out of the room, and we'll be coming to see some of you over some refreshments.
I'd like to walk with the Chief Executive.